Okay. Okay, now it is recording. So now we shall see the next problem. Please read it carefully. A box A contains 4 tickets numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and another box B contains 6 tickets numbered 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. If one of the two boxes is chosen at random and a ticket is drawn at random from the chosen box, find the probabilities that the ticket drawn is numbered. There are 3 questions: 2 or 4, 3, 1 or 9. Okay, just read yourself. Okay. So there are 2 boxes. One box contains 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us call it as A. Let us say another box B. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so can you tell me how many tasks are involved in this?
2 continuous tasks, picking a
Two
box
continuous.
first and
Okay, so
then
task one is pick a
box.
How? At random. Okay.
Two.
Okay. So after performing task 1, ticket, right? So it is a sequence of tasks T1 and T2. T1 and T2. Am I right? So tell me. So first, how do we do the first problem? Want the drawn ticket is 2 or 4. So that 2 or 4 can be from box A, 2 or 4 maybe from box B. First of all, I don't know which box I'm going to select. Okay. So what is the probability of getting choosing first box? There are both boxes are equally likely to choose. Both boxes are equally likely to choose. Out of 2 boxes, what is the probability of choosing box A?
1/2.
1 by 2.
So I have performed one task. T1 is over. And means what? Into. Multiplication. Okay. So task 1 is over. For task 1, probability is 1/2. And is there. That's why I'm multiplying. Now task T2 I have to perform. That means what? I have to take a ticket from this box here randomly. That may be 2 or 4. So how many favorable cases are there? There are 2 favorable cases. From 2 favorable case, I have to select only one, because only one ticket is drawn. A ticket is drawn. Can you see this? So what are the favorable? What are the favorable cases? 2C 1
2C 1/5.
divided by total possibilities are 4C1.
4C.
Is that clear? But is this the only way? I could choose B also instead of A. I could choose B also. So I can choose box A or box B. R means plus.
Addition.
Okay. So if I want to choose, if I have to choose box B, its probability is 1/2. Now what are the, again 2 and 4 are there. Only one ticket I have to choose. So what is the 2C1 by 6C1? Is this clear? Okay. Now we shall see the next problem. Now we will insert one more slide. Okay. Now what is the next problem says? B? 3.
Number 3.
So I have to select 3 only. Only that number must be, the drawn ticket must be 3 only. So what is the probability of getting 3? So if I want to select the first box, its probability is 1 by 2.
1 by 2.
And 3 is there. 3 is there. What is the probability of picking 3
Yes.
out of 4 numbers? 1 by 4.
1C1.
1 by 4.
1C1 by 4C1 or 1 by 4, right?
Yes.
Plus, and choosing box B probability is 1 by 2 into, and is 3 there? After choosing box B, what is the probability of choosing 3 from box B?
0.
0. It is an impossible event. It is impossible to get 3 from box B. Therefore, its probability is going to be 0. So answer is 1 by 8. Okay. Now what is C? 1 or 9. 1 or 9. Okay. So probability of 1 or 9. First of all, for box A, let us call it as A, call it as box B, call it as box A, call it as box B. So 1 or 9, probability of 1 or 9. But in box A only 1 is there. There is no 9. Okay. We want either 1 or 9. Anything is fine. That is favorable outcome. But from if you have taken box A, there is no chance of getting 9. You can at most get the ticket number 1. Therefore, how many chances are there?
1C1. 1
Only
by 2.
favorable cases is 1 out of how many? Sorry, first of all, I have to write 1 by 2
1 by
into
2.
1 by 4.
1 by
1 by 4. Favorable cases is only for 1. There is no chance for 9. Plus 1 by 2 into, and here
1 by 6.
One by 6.
there is no chance for 1 from box B. 9 is there. So it is 1 by 6. So this is 1 by 8 plus 1 by 12. What is the LCM? 24. These things you can do. 3 plus 2, 5 by 1. Is that okay? So the intention of discussing this problem is about, I wanted you to understand this and or, when to apply, when to add the probabilities, when to multiply the probabilities. Okay. So if you can understand this, okay, so several problems you can do it easily. As I said yesterday, logic will be same, situation may be different. Is that okay? So I want you to understand this crucial concept: when to multiply the probabilities, when to add the probabilities. Okay. Shall I proceed?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Now we'll discuss about conditional probability. Okay. So what is conditional probability? These things we discussed yesterday. In internet itself, you must have studied this. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what is conditional probability? The probability that A occurs given that the event B has occurred is called the conditional probability of A given B. It is denoted by P of A given B equal to P of A intersection B by P of B if P of B is not equal to 0. We are putting this condition only to make sure the denominator is non-zero. Okay, so similarly you can write down the conditional probability for P given A, no? Probability of B given A. What would be probability of B given A?
P
Probability
of A intersection. P of
B
A.
intersection A by
P of
P
A.
of A.
P of A. Okay. Therefore, and you know, P of A intersection B is same as P of B intersection A. Am I right? Therefore, if I cross multiply these two, P of A intersection B can be written as P of see, if I multiply these two, P of A into P of B given A or which is same as P of B into P of B into P of B given A. Okay, so P of A intersection B can be written in two ways: P of A into P of B given A, or P of A into P of B given A. And can you tell the name of this probability? What is this P of A intersection B? This is called conditional probability. I agree. This is called conditional probability. What is this probability called? This is called joint probability. Please remember this. Joint probability is A intersection B. Probability of A intersection B is called joint probability. Okay. This is conditional probability. This is conditional probability, whereas this is a joint probability. Now I would like to discuss some more about conditional probability. Now I'm going to rewrite the same thing in another notation. Just now you said P of B given A. P of B given A is equal to what is
intersection A by
P of B intersection A by
E of
P
A.
of A, or joint probability P of B intersection A equal to P of A into P of B given A. Fine. Now instead of A and B, I would like to use E1 and E2. Okay. You have two events, E1 and E2 events. Okay. So I want to find out the probability of E2. I want to find out the probability of E2 and E1. I want to find out the probability of E2 and E1. Can I write it as P of E1 into P of E2 given E1?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I just changed the notation. I replaced A with E1, B with E2. Which event happened first? First event E1 is happened. Then I am finding the probability of E2 given that E1 is already happened. Am I right?
Yes.
So that is what. So
Yes.
E1 and then E2. E1 and then E2. Okay, and means multiplication. E1 is happened. Okay, so and E2 is happened given that E1 is already happened. So is it meaningful?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes.
now I would like to extend the same concept to three events. Okay, instead of E1, E2, now let us assume that E1 is happened. Next event E2 is happened. Next event E3 is happened. Okay, one after the other. Let us see. Okay, now I want the joint probability of. Now I want the joint probability of E3 intersection, E2 intersection, E1. Or I can write it as P of E1 intersection, E2 intersection, E3, because intersection is commutative. I can write in any way. Now can you tell me from this understanding how to write down the formula? Which one is happened first?
E1
E1 and means what? Into
multiplication.
next probability of which one is happened?
E2.
E2
E2. Given
given
that
E1
E1 is
has
already happened into. Now which one is going to E3?
3
Given
when
that
That E1 is
E2
already happened.
E1,
and E2 both.
E2 both are happened, no?
Yes, sir.
Intersection E2.
So what should I write here? Given E3 given E1 intersection E2. Do you agree? Is this meaningful?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now from this as a generalization, can you tell me the probability for joint probability for this one? E1 intersection, E2 intersection, and so on. Let us say we have a sequence of n events, one after the other. So how to write down the formula? P of E1 into P of E2 given
E2 given E1
into P of E2
E3
given, sorry, E3
E3
given
given
E1
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 intersection E2.
into
E2 and so on into P of last event is En, given that E1
En.
intersection E2 intersection and so on intersection En minus 1. Do you agree? So this is the formula for joint probability of n events. Okay, very important formula, very useful in several cases. Please make a note of it. This is about conditional probability. This is about conditional probability. Okay. Now you know about independent events, right? So what do you mean by independent events? Happening or not happening, occurrence or non-occurrence of one event does not affect the other event, right? Occurrence or non-occurrence of one event does not affect the
Probability of other event.
other event. So in that case, so if I say my events are if my events are independent, then what should be the conditional probability? Then P of A given B. What should be P of A and B? What do you mean by this?
Zero.
How do you read?
So-
0.
How it can be 0? See, how do you read this? Conditional probability, whenever you see this given, conditional probability of A, given that B is already happened. Okay, because I'm thinking that A and B are independent, is there an effect of B on A? Whether B is happened or does not happen, is it going to affect the probability of A?
No.
No. In that case,
No.
what will be this conditional probability?
P
This
of
conditional probability, it has to be equal to P of A, because there is no
P
effect
of
of B,
A.
because I am telling these two are independent. Okay. Then similarly, what would be conditional probability of B given A?
P of B.
P of B.
P of B.
Is that okay? But what is the definition of P of A given B? P of A intersection B by
P of
P
B.
of
P of B is equal to P of A. Therefore, what is P of A intersection B?
P of A into P of B.
P of A into P of B.
P of B.
Similarly, here also, what is P of B intersection? P of B intersection A by P of A, which is equal to P of B. Therefore, what is P of B intersection A? Which is equal to P of A into P of B. Okay. So, when in the case of conditional probability, P of A intersection B is equal to P of A into P of B. This is vice versa also. Whenever the events are independent, P of A intersection B equal to P of A into P of B. Or whenever P of A intersection B equal to P of A into P of B, that means A and B are independent. Okay. What is the general
Depend.
formula? General formula is P of A intersection B is equal to, P of A into P of B given A. In case of independent events, P of B given A becomes P of B because there is no effect of A. Okay. So when you're reading the problem, you have to understand whether the events are independent or dependent. No one will tell you given events are independent or dependent. Depending on the situation, depending on the problem, understand the kind of type of events, then apply the related formula. Okay. So that is what written here. When two events are independent, if and only if P of A given B equal to P of A, P of B given B equal to P of B. If that is not the case, then they are said to be dependent events. Okay. So in the case of independent events, P of A intersection B equal to P of A into P of B. Joint probability will be equal to product of individual probabilities. Joint probability is equal to product of individual probabilities. Okay. So based on this, we'll do some more problems. Now, read this problem. A cricket team wins with probability 0.6, loses with probability 0.3, and draws with probability 0.1. The team plays 3 games. Determine the probability that the team wins, loses, draws. There should be 1 win, 1 loss, 1 draw among 3 games. Okay, not necessarily in this order. There should be 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 draw. Okay, so let us write down what is given first. Probability of win is 0.6. Probability of loss is 0.3. Probability of draw is 0.1. Now, can you tell me the solution? What I want? Probability of win, lose, draw. Not necessarily in this order. Any idea? Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tell me. So it may lose first match, wins second match, draws third match, or it may wins first match, draws second match, lose third match, like that. Am I right? So it's about arrangement, right? So what are the different ways
Yes,
of writing this? It can win in the first match. Suffix denotes the match number, right? First match. Okay, and means intersection, right? R means union. And it can lose in the second match, and it can draw in the third match. This is one possibility. R means what?
Addition.
Plus. What is the next
Union.
case?
Yeah.
Next, what is the next case? Instead of winning, it may lose in the first match.
Win second.
Or let us permute keeping first match win. Okay, so it may win in the first match. Instead of lose, it can draw in the second match, and it can lose in the third match. Or what are the possibilities? After winning, you can write a lose. Lose in the first match, draw in the second match, win in the third match. Or lose in the first match, win in the second match, draw in the third match. Is there any other possibility? Probability of draw in the first match, win in the second match, lose in the third match. Or probability of draw in the first match, loss in the second match, win in the third match. These are the 6 possible cases. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
how do you interpret each one? Now, what kind of events these are all? Winning or losing in the first match, is it going to affect the second match?
No.
Winning or losing in the first 2 matches, does it affect the third match?
No, sir.
So, what kind of events
No,
they are?
sir.
Are they independent events or dependent?
Independent.
Independent.
So you have to realize that they are independent events. Okay. So from the problem, you have to understand that these winning or losing is independent of the previous matches. Therefore, you have to write it as P of W1 intersection the L2 intersection W3 is going to be P of. So I can write it as WK, LK, DK. What is K? K can be 1, 2, 3. It can be first match or second match or third match, right? So it has to be because they are independent. Okay. So P of W1 intersection, it is going to be W1 into P of L2 into P of D3.
8, 3.
Am I right? Plus in a similar way remaining 6 also, right? And so on plus. Okay, you can complete in your notes P of D1 into P of L2 into P of W3. Is that okay? And for each one, this is the winning is 0.6, losing is 0.3, and draw is 0.1, which is same for each term, right? 0.6,
Yes, sir.
0.3, 0.1. So when you add all these terms, you will get 6 times 0.6, 0.3, and 0.1. You can tell me the answer. Calculation
0.108.
0.108.
108.
108.
108.
Yes.
Is this clear to all of you?
Yes.
So this is a problem on independent events. It is a problem on independent events. Okay. I think there is one more problem in this. What is that? So second one says that the team should not the team wins at least twice and does not lose. At least twice and does not lose. So how do we write this? So it can be all wins or
2 wins.
WW 2 wins and no loss means it can be draw also.
1 draw.
And this draw can be
Yes.
a third match or second
Or
match or
first or
first match.
second or third, yes.
So P of
DW.
W
W.
or plus P of
DW.
W. Again, these are all independent events. So this is
Yes.
P of W into P of W into P of W plus all these are all equal, right? So plus I can write so 3 times P of W into P of W into P of draw. What should I put here actually? WWD means W intersection D. Okay, so I'm not writing that, but you can understand. So this is going to be 0.6 whole cube plus 3 times 0.6 into 0.6 into 0.1. You can simplify this. Have your calculator and can tell me the answer. Okay. Are you keeping the calculator with you? Anyone did this calculation? So like this, I can ask the question in several questions I can ask, right? The team wins at least one game, or the team should win at most 2 games, and so on. Different kinds of problems I can pose. It's all about arranging the events, rating the possibilities, and assigning the probabilities.
0.2237.
0.2, 0.2237.
3 to 4.
3 to 4.
0.32.
3 to 4.
0.324.
3 to 4.
3 to 4. 3 to 4. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now read the next problem. ABC hit a target. ABC hit a target with probabilities 1 by 2, 2 by 3, 3 by 4. So what is the probability of A hitting the target? 1 by 2. Probability of B hitting the target? 2 by 3. Probability of C hitting the target? 3 by 4. That means what? Out of 2 trials, he is successful in 1 trial. Out of 3 trials, he is successful in 2 trials. Out of 4 trials, he is successful in 3 trials. You can understand like that. So if all of them fire at the target, find the probability that none of them hits the target. So all the three are on a line. All the three are aiming at the target. So each one of them may hit the target or may not hit the target. Is hitting by one person is going to affect the other two persons? They are
No,
not
they are
one.
independent.
No one can
No.
affect the other two person. No. So these
Yes.
all these are all independent.
Independent event.
Okay. So when you say,
Yes.
so let us say that P of A means A hits the target.
P of A comp.
Let us say assume that A hits the target. So what do you mean by P of A bar?
1 by
A not hitting the target.
Probability of A does not hit the target. Hit the target. In a similar way, remaining two also. So what is the question? None of them hits the target. None of them hits the target. So how do we do this problem?
P of A complement intersection B complement
A
intersection
complement.
C complement.
None means A should not hit and B should
Yeah,
not hit
intersection.
and C should not
B
hit.
complement intersection C complement.
Okay.
1 by
And when
24.
A, B, C are independent, their complements are also independent. Right?
Yes.
Right? Hitting by ABC independent means not hitting by ABC is also independent. Okay. So you can write this as P of A bar into P of B bar into P of C bar. Why I am able to write this? Because A bar, B bar, C bar are independent.
events.
A bar, B bar, C bar are independent events. So what is P of A bar?
1 by 2.
1 minus 1 by
1 minus 1 by 2. P of B bar is 1 minus
1 by
2 by 3
by 3. P of C bar is 1 minus 3 by 4.
minus 3 by 4.
3 by 4.
This is going to be 1 by 2 into
1 by 24.
1 by
1 by
1
24.
by
1 by 3 into 1 by 4. Answer is 1 by
24.
Okay. Now, what will be the next question? At least one of them hits the target. Tell me.
Yes.
So, how do you formulate this? At least one of them should hit the target.
P of A intersection B conjugate intersection C conjugate.
Wrong.
Plus
And 2 and P of B intersection P of A complement
See, what is the question?
intersection P of C complement. At least one of.
Answer we shall find out later. First of all, what is the question? How do you convert into mathematical notation? At least one of them should be able to hit the target. That means
One or
if
more can hit the target.
1, 2 or all of them?
that how do you write in
One or
notation?
more can.
How do you write that in mathematical notation? Probability of
A intersection B conjugate intersection C conjugate.
that is answer part.
Okay.
Can you simplify that in a simple expression? A should hit the target. If A is not able to hit the target, A or
1
R means
minus
what?
none of them hitting the
What is the
target.
symbol for R? Symbol for AND is intersection.
Multiplication.
For AND is
union.
Union.
right. Union. I want either A to hit the target or B to hit the
B to-
target or C to hit the target. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
So, so what is P of A union B union C? How
P
do
of
you
plus
how do you find out
minus-
this? So this is nothing but P of at least
1 of them.
One of them hits the
at
target.
least one. P of at least one. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
There are two ways of doing this problem. P of at least one, can I write this as 1
1
minus
minus
P
none.
of none.
1
Yes,
minus
sir.
none of them hitting the target.
Can I write like this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is the advantage in writing like this? None means what? None means what? A
We
bar,
already done the
A complement
Intersection.
intersection, B complement
B
intersection,
bar,
C
intersection.
intersection,
C.
C bar.
Now what is this? 1 minus P
1
of
minus
A bar
1 by
into
2. Minus 1 by
P of B bar into P of C bar, because they are independent. This is 1 minus 1 by 24. Answer is 23 by 24.
Yes.
What is the other way of doing this? You have a long formula. What is it? P of A union B union C. What is it? P of A
P of
plus
A plus P of B plus
of
P
A
of
of
C
B plus P of
C.
plus
C
P of
minus
minus P of A intersection B.
intersection B
B
minus
Minus
B
P of B
intersection
P of
C
intersection
C
C
intersection A
minus P of
plus
C
P of
intersection A
A intersection
plus
B
P of
intersection.
A intersection B intersection
P of A intersection B intersection
C.
C. Again, because they are all independent events, how do I write this? P of A plus P of B plus
B
P of
P
C
of
minus P
P
of
of
A
A into P of
P of
C
minus P of B into P of C minus P of C into P of A plus P of A into P of B into P of C. And substitute all the properties that you have. Simplify. You will notice that this, it is also equal to 23 by 20. So it's all depends on how you look at the problem. Okay. So if you are writing the formula like this, it will take so much time. If you are applying this logic, you would have got the answer very easily. Is it okay? So, this logic will be useful in many cases. Okay, P of at least one. P of at least one is equal to 1 minus P of none. Because instead of 3, if you have 4 or 10, it will be very difficult. No, this long formula, law of additive rule, generalized formula will be very difficult to apply. Otherwise, you simply apply this 1 minus P of none, and when the events are independent, you can simply make this into product of probabilities and get the answer. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
What is the third problem? Exactly one of them hits the target. Exactly one of them hits the target. How do you formulate this? Exactly one of them hits. One hits.
P of A intersection B intersection C.
P of A intersection.
B
If A hits, B and C should not hit, right? P bar intersection
B complement
C bar
intersection C complement
plus R.
P of A complement
A bar
A
intersection
intersection
complement B complement
B intersection
intersection
A
B
bar
complement
R. P of A complement intersection.
yes, sir.
Is that okay? And when A, B's are independent, A bar, B bar, C bar independent. Similarly, A, B bar, C bar are also independent. So I can write it as P of A into P of B bar into P of C bar plus P of A bar into P of B into P of C bar plus P of A bar into P of B bar into P of C. If you have the probabilities, just tell me. I will write here.
1
What
by
is P?
4.
1 by 2.
1 by 4.
First one is 1 by 2.
1 by 24.
Uh,
One by 4 and
I just want to tell this. I want you to
1
tell
by
this.
24.
1
1
by
by 2.
1 by 2. What is P of B bar?
1
1
by
by
3. 1 by
1 by
3.
3. P of C bar.
1 by 4.
1 by 4
Like that, you please tell me. 1 by 2 into, I think 2 by 3 into 3 by 4.
1 by
1
1
by
by
4. 1 by 4. 1 by 4 into plus P of A bar means 1 by 2 into P of B bar means 1 by 3 into
2 into
P of
3
C
by
into
4.
3 by 4. What
3
is the
by 4.
simplification?
1 by 4. 1 by 4.
1 by 4. Okay. So like this, I can ask several problems, right? At least 2 hits the target, at most 2 hits the target. Depending on the problem, you formulate you formulate it, and accordingly assign the probabilities. Okay.
Okay.
Now this is the most important problem. This kind of problem appeared several times in GATE examinations also. Okay, so very good problem. Just look at this. Read it carefully yourself.
Throw a pair of dice. A wins if he throws 6 before
Okay.
B. B wins if he throws 10 before A throws 6.
Okay. So are you seeing my video? Are you seeing me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Okay. So did you understand the problem? Let us say I am A, you are B, you are all B. We both are playing the game. Okay. So pair of dice. Okay. What is the minimum value of the dice? What is the maximum value? When I throw a pair of dice, minimum value is
1,
1 plus 1 is minimum value. Minimum value is 2, no?
2, right?
2.
1 plus 1 is 2. Maximum value is
yes.
12.
12. Maximum value is 12. Okay. So values can range from 2 to 12. Okay. So how the game goes? A wins if he throws 6 before B throws 7. Okay. If I am able to throw 6 before you throw 7, I will win the game. Okay. When you are going to win? When you throw 7 before I throw 6. When you throw 7 before I throw 6, you are going to win. Okay. If A begins, what is the probability of A winning the game? Okay. So if I start the game, then what is the probability of I winning the game? Right. So can you tell me? So I started the game. So when I start the game, so I have thrown a pair of dice. Okay. I may get 6 or I may not get the 6. If I get 6, game ends because I have thrown 6. You didn't throw 7 yet. So game is over. Or I might not have thrown 6. Then what I will do? I will give the I will pass to you. You will throw the pair of dice. Then what will be the value? It should be any value other than 7 because who has to win? Only A has to win. I only have to win. You should fail. That means when I give the pair of dice to you, you should not throw 7 because we are trying to find out the probability for A winning the game, right? So you should fail. Then again you will give to me. So in my second attempt, I may get 6. So first attempt I did not throw 6. In my second attempt I was able to throw 6. So game is over. Or I may fail in the second attempt. Then what I will do? I will give the dice to you again. Again you will fail in your second attempt. You will give to me. Third attempt I may succeed. Game ends. Like that, the game keeps on continuing till I throw 6. Till I throw 6. Okay. So how do we formulate this? So what we want is so before that, let us see the probability of what is the sample space here. First of all, when pair of dice are thrown, sample space is 1 1 1
1
2
2 1 3
and so on 1 6
6 2 1
2 1 2
2
2
2
and so on 2 6 and so on 6 1 6 2 and so on 6 0. Okay. So for getting 7, for getting 6, what is the favorable case?
5 ways 1 5
1
2
5
4
1
1
5
5 2
2
4 3 3
3 3
3 3 4 2 5 1
4
5
2.
1
4 2. That's it, sir.
That's it, no?
2 4
Yes, sir.
yes sir
That's it, no?
Yes, sir.
So similarly, what are the favorable cases for 7?
1, 6, 2,
1,
5,
6,
2, 5,
2, 5,
5,
3, 4, 4,
3,
3,
4,
6, 1,
4, 2,
1,
5, 2,
5, 2,
2,
4, 3.
6, 1.
4, 3. 4, 3. Am I right? So what is the probability of getting 6?
5 by 36.
Probability of
5 by
getting
30.
6 is 5 by
5 by 36.
36.
and probability of 7 is
7.
6 by 36.
1 by 6.
36.
Yeah.
Let us keep 6 by 36. Okay. Now let us say that AK means A throws 6. Okay. In kth attempt. Okay. Kth trial. Let us say. Okay. Similarly, BK means B throws 7 in kth trial. Okay. Now, what will be probability of AK? 5 by 36. In kth trial, throwing 6 is all these trials are independent only, no? And what is probability of throwing 7?
6 by 36.
6 by 36.
6 by 36.
6 by 36. Okay. Now, the question is about A winning the game. So, probability of A wins or probability of A. So, how do we write this? Probability A may throw 6 in the first attempt. Game over. R means what? Plus.
Yes.
A may fail in the first attempt. And B also should fail in the first attempt. Again, dice will come to A. He may succeed in the second attempt. Or A may fail in the first attempt. B also fail in the first attempt. A fails in the second attempt. B also will fail in the second attempt. A will be successful in the third attempt. Or that goes on A1, P1 bar, A2 bar, P2 bar, A3 bar, P3 bar, A4, and so on. Do you agree? Now, all these events are independent or dependent. Am I going to affect your trial? Are you affecting my trial? Throwing 6
No,
or 7
sir.
by me,
No, sir.
is it affecting your
Yes.
trial? No. So these are all
No.
independent events.
No, sir.
So for independent events, whenever you have the intersection, you can write that into product. Union you cannot write. All intersections only you can write. Am I right? So how do we write this now? So probability of A winning the game. P of A wins. Because they are independent, I can write it as P of A1 plus P of A1 bar into P of B1 bar into P of A2. Am I right? I am writing these intersections into products because they are independent. Plus P of A1 bar into P of B1 bar into P of A2 bar into P of B2 bar into P of A3. Plus I will write one more. P of A1 bar, P of B1 bar, P of A2 bar, P of B2 bar, P of A3 bar, P of B3 bar, P of A4,
P of
plus and so on. Is that okay? Now you just assign the probabilities. A1 means what? 5 by 36
36.
plus So what is P of A1 bar? 1 minus 5 by 36 means 31 by
31
36.
by
This is 30 by 36.
31.
5 by 6.
P of A2 will be 5 by 36
5 by 36.
plus A1 bar is 31 by 36, 30 by 36, 31 by 36, 30 by 36 into 5 by 36
Okay.
and so on. Can I take this 5 by 36 common?
Yes, sir.
1 plus, I will consider this as x.
X plus x.
So when this is x into x is
X square.
X
x
square.
square. Next is going to be x cube and so on.
One
Do you agree? Now what kind of series it is?
Infinite geometric series.
Infinite geometric series with common ratio x.
X.
X is less than 1. You can see denominator is more than the numerator. Okay. So what is the sum of the infinite geometric series?
A by 1 minus
1 by
R.
1.
1.
A by 1 minus r. Here A is 1.
1.
1 by 1 minus r.
X.
So
X.
31 by 36 into 30 by 36. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
So you simplify this. You please simplify this. You'll get a fraction. You can do it in your rough work. That is the answer for this problem. Okay, so the game keeps on going till A wins the game. Till A wins the game. When at what stage A wins the game, we don't know. Right? It may be in his 100th try, it may be in his 1000th try, we don't know. So that's why the sequence, the series will go on. Anyone simplified?
180 by 366.
I think you will get a lesser fraction. Just simplify this and maybe you can tell me in the next class. Okay. So this is all about conditional probability. Anyone simplified?
Thirty by 60.
180 by 336.
30. Somebody said 30 by
30 by 61.
30 by 61. That may be the right answer. You please check.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
30 by 61. Okay. So probability of A winning the game is 30 by 61. Okay. So in today's class, we did problems. We did discuss about conditional probability, dependent and independent events, and we did some problems on this independent and dependent events. Okay. So next concept is about total probability and Bayes theorem, which is again a very important topic, law of total probability, and followed by Bayes theorem. If you understand this total probability, Bayes theorem will be very easy to understand. With that only your review, review for the basic probability will be over. After this Bayes rule only, I can start your first unit. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So okay, so I'm closing the session. Okay, let me know if I can take one more class in this week or not. You discuss with your CR and let me know. Otherwise, I will take the class on Monday. Okay, so just revise these concepts and try to do some more problems. Okay, I'm stay back. Please stay back. I'm going to take the attendance. Okay, so so if possible, let me know when to take one more class in this week. Otherwise, I'm going to take the next class
Okay, sir.
on